The appointment of CAS did not in any way break any law. There is no law which the president broke by appointing the CAS. That's number one. Number two, the problems of this country, the cause is not the appointment of CAS. And even if the president does not or did not appoint the CASs, the price of unga would have come from 250 shillings to about 90 shillings. Now, and therefore, we need to be very, very careful here, because remember, the president has been given the mandate by the people to rule as per the Constitution, to rule as per the law. Now, if there is no law which then precludes me from appointing the CAS, then it's up to him to make a prerogative to decide, does my government require the CASs? Do I need to ensure that for me to deliver my manifesto, Kenya Kwanza manifesto, do I need these people? And you cannot be able to give some to a president, then you shackle him with non-existent laws. And I would just want to be very clear here, because there's a bit of innuendos which has been thrown by all manner of people. But again, once you give a president power, let him set up his government. He's still in the process of setting up the government.
What is the consequence of a letter from Joseph Kenyo, then head of public service, to the Public Service Commission telling them, we want to create 23 positions, please see if it's possible? The Public Service Commission comes and says, we've done public participation, this is what they have said, and you're recommending that you create, as you asked, 23 positions. Then the head of Public Service Commission writes to the commission and tells them, please declare 23 vacancies and continue and proceed to recruit competitively. So they they call for applications, they shortlist, they interview, they submit names to the president. The president nominates 50.
Good. Now the point here is this. Remember, the Joseph Kenyo, the Public Service Commission, is part of the executive. And the role of the executive, as you know very well in our Constitution, is to recommend to the president. Is to recommend that to the president to decide, yes, you have proposed 23, but does my government need 23 or I need more? So for me, it's about here allowing, the Constitution provides that the president has certain prerogatives to make decisions to be able to set up his government.
How do you create positions in the Public Service Commission?
What do you mean?
How do you create positions in the public service?
How do you create positions in the public service?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean you create public service?
I'm asking that because the High Court was very clear that for you to create a position, you have to involve the Public Service Commission.
Absolutely.
And the Public Service Commission was involved with a figure of 23, and they cleared 23. How then does the president get the prerogative
from
to create
23 to 50?
But the point here is this. The point here is this. Which law, either in the Constitution or in the Public Service Commission Act or any other law, preclude the president from appointing more than 23? 23 is the minimum. 23 is the minimum. He can be able to see, look, my government requires much more than 23. And secondly, the matter here is in court. The matter here is
just hold on, Honorable.
But the matter here is in court, and therefore we need to be very careful, because again, this is a national TV.
I'm asking you a question. So if the president can create 50 because he needs 50, why not involve the Public Service Commission to
get the other 25?
But all those people, all those nominees were proposed to the president by Public Service Commission.
50 positions were not created by the Public Service Commission.
23 were.
Why not involve the Public Service Commission to create and hold public participation on them, on 50?
The point here is this, Kichuko. The Public Service Commission brought in a list. It didn't bring a list of 23. It brought a list of more than 23. It was there for the president to be able to pick and appoint either 23 or decide to appoint more. And I think here the issue is very simple here, Sam. I wish you are pointing out and say, look, section so-and-so of the Constitution, section so-and-so of the Public Service Commission has been breached. Then we can be able to discuss. But now you are dealing with the prerogative of the president to appoint and set up his government.
By the way,
and remember, the numbers brought by Public Service Commission to the president to appoint. Yes, he recommended 23, but the president, in his prerogative, and the prerogative is available by our Constitution, in his prerogative to run his government, he found it fit to be able. And secondly, if there is an issue, if there's an issue about the the appointment of more than 23. That's why the matter is in court.